Alright, g'day everyone. I know it's been a while since I've done the last video. It's because I think I've actually done quite well in the last month and a bit. There's been a fair bit going on, so I've actually written down a few notes this time around to make sure I sort of get everything. But as usual, I'll go and make a bit of a start, do a bit of a walk around, and yeah, we'll take things back from there. Alright, hopefully you'll see a bit of a difference. Like I feel quite a bit better this time round. I'm trying to concentrate a bit more on staying upright and straight. I'm feeling better, feeling stronger. Um, and the biggest thing is now, like, balance is still a little bit. I've been doing a bit of walking backwards and side by side stuff that the physio's been teaching me. But the biggest thing now, it's nice to be able to like, bend right down now, touch my ankles, my feet. I don't remember really being able to do that. I was always a bit too unstable. But yeah, so now it's just about practicing. Still, core strength is still the name of the game, but life is getting, well, I'd say, I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's considerably easier than what it was when I was stranded on the couch. I wonder if I can, because I'm actually feeling pretty good. I might see if I can do this bit standing. Just adjust that a little bit. It's getting a little bit funny. It's alright, hopefully I'll get in focus. Here's my book. I'll just chuck my earphones in and I'll see where we're going from there. Yes, as I said, here's my book. Yeah, like as you can see now, like I'm standing. Previous videos I would have always been sitting back in my chair. And that's primarily because I feel, well, just so much stronger. Like it's not hurting as much now. Way back when it was like, I could stand in front of the coffee machine for what, 30 seconds and then I was wrecked. So that makes a big difference. And actually yesterday, for a bit of a first, I got out of bed in the morning, which I'm always stiff, first thing in the morning, like really stiff. So I've got to sort of jump in the chair, move around a little bit, go into the sitting room. But then after like a couple of minutes, I got up, made myself a cuppa, and I actually didn't get back in the chair till basically I had to go to bed to get the chair back. And I didn't have to get in the chair to take, but I have to take it to the bedroom so in the morning I can get into it. But essentially the whole day I was wandering around doing stuff, doing a lot more around the house and out up the shed and all the rest of it. And I never jumped back in the chair at all. So I'm feeling so much better than what I was. It would be about a month ago now. I went to do a checkup with the surgeon. So that would be like after about 4 months. So we got a X-ray done. He said all the bolts and everything were still where they're supposed to be. Come January, the end of January, we'll do a full MRI, and that will break down, and we'll see how the bone grafts are actually knitting. Because he's still saying be careful at the moment. He did say, look, although the physio said I can do lift a few weights, he obviously didn't recommend it. I'm still doing a bit though, but obviously as a surgeon, he's not going to say that because, blokes being blokes, and if you're a bloke, you'll understand this. You tell a bloke he can start lifting weights. Next thing you know, he's trying to lift 100 kilos, and he'll just blow things apart. So I take it. That's how I sort of took it. So I'm still doing a little bit, but yeah, not aggressively. And I did ask him because I was a bit concerned because I still don't have much in the way of glutes, my glute muscles. Which, well, I mean, they're obviously getting stronger, but they're not sticking out, which is, it makes, I think it just looks funny and not gross, to be honest. But they're still getting stronger. But I asked him, I said, like, because, when he described it in the original surgery after the accident, on that night, basically, he described it all as mush, which is what he was working with. It made it just sound like it was shattered, and he was like jamming gloves and just like you would patch a hole out of the mine site, leaking slurry. That's sort of how he made it sound. So I asked him, look, all these glute muscles, are they still, where they were attached to the sacrum, how was that? Like, and this is a guy that was doing it, so I thought, well, he's the best person to ask. And he said, no, he said they were really good. So all the attachments, I know the attachments to my legs would be good. but I just didn't know how when they sort of sweep around and come up to the sacrum. But I didn't know how they'd be. Maybe that was going to be hindering their growth and the shape of them and all the rest of it. So it was really nice to hear him just verify and just say, no, that part was all fine. So that gave me a lot of confidence that will be that part of it will be okay. This thing's going to focus. Right, anyway, that's cool. Glutes, right, physio. Oh yeah, the physio about my a lot of the pain I had previously. Well, still do in my right butt cheek. He actually, the physio, a friendly physio, and he knew all about that. He said, no, that's your gluteus medius, which is one of your glute muscles further in, and he could put his finger right on it, and oh yeah, so that's tender. And he just said, look, that's overworking. Yeah, it's being overworked for what it can do, and that's where the pain's coming from. Because I was a bit concerned that it was like, I don't know, a ball joint or something more structural. But no, he just says, no, that's your gluteus medius or minimus, one or the other. And it was doing its job. It's working hard because I can't, for balance and all that sort of stuff. So it was just being overworked. So that was good to hear, just the sheer fact that was muscle that was working. And that was what was causing the pain. But it also taught me, like, I've got to be careful with that because that's my good side. So if I blow that apart or if I damage that, then my left side can't really do the balance thing. So it's like I'm pretty vulnerable. And as he said, and Super Colette, she said that she actually brought it up and said, well, you've really got to look after that right side because otherwise, well, yeah, you're stranded really. You can't really move around or do much. And he just backed up by that, saying that, yeah, that sounds like really good advice. Look after that right side, which is what I'm doing. And I had, in the way regards to like sciatica pain, because when I'm sitting, I get a fair bit of that down that right leg. We actually had a butcher. He came up and delivered some meat, or Perth meat supplies, and a lot of motorcycle accidents, been on average in hospital. I don't know, he wasn't really gloating about it, but been in hospital at least once a year for the last 5 years. His wife told him that no more bikes. But he backed that up because he had a bad back injury as well, and he's getting a lot of sciatic pain. And when he started work again after about 9 months, that sciatic pain left when he had built all those muscles back up. So that was just good to hear. Like, I know the physio have been saying that, and it's like, but it's always nice to have someone in a real world situation that, a bit more relatable to you, back up by saying, well, that's what happened to him. And once he built those up, all that sciatic pain went away. So it's just another little thing. You always grab these little bits of information. Yes, it's confirmation bias, but all that stuff mentally helps so much to stay positive. And like I said before, it's like I'm a positive person, but you still need all those little wins, and you grab hold of all that sort of stuff you just grab it, believe it, and it just helps you go forward and have confidence that you're going to get better. So that was good. My legs now, even though I'm still doing stand-ups on each leg, trying to beef up each leg. At least my legs now, they're sort of getting a bit more body to them. They're not like toothpicks anymore, which is good because they like wasted away to next to nothing. The body obviously decided at the time, oh, they're no good anymore. I don't need them, so we'll waste them away to put energy into fixing everything else up. So it's good to see that they're starting to come back. It's a bit of a novelty to having now I can bend down and touch my legs. It's like I've got a shower chair, which I've still got to sit down to wash my feet, but it's nice to still be able to stand in the shower and actually wash all my legs, whereas before I wasn't strong enough or balanced enough, or I had to sit down to wash my legs. It's just another little thing which means, you're on the right path, you're winning, you're improving, which is really good. Like I say, it's still sort of sit, which I still blame a lot on that sciatic nerve and building up strength muscle, building up those gluteus maximus, your bum muscles, to give it a bit of padding. I'm still, look, who knows? I mean, I'm not 100% certain that's going to fix it, but look, having more muscle there and padding has got to be beneficial. And like I say, hopefully with the Perth Meat Supplies guy backing that up, saying, well, when he built his muscle back, it went away. I'm hoping for that, and that's going to help me sit a bit more. And probably one of the best bits of news over the last month is I've been sitting on my couch and I've got the electrical muscle stimulation machine, like the TENS machine, and on my left foot, which is still it's still very weak, it's flapping around, but I've actually now, the physio taught me that if you put your muscle, whatever muscle you're trying to exercise, if you put that in the middle of its range, and so your foot, instead of your foot being hard down or hard up, you put it in the middle, that's where that's where you're first going to see your muscle movement. So I did that with my left foot, and I can actually move by myself my left foot left and right. Now it's only about, if I put it, yay far, but I actually have control of that foot to move it that far left and right, and a little bit. And once I actually set it and push down, I've got a little bit on that too, and I can see it now. And that, so that's me actually doing that, which is that blew me away when I first heard that. That's awesome. And I must admit, it was probably so I can, they're still hoping I might better use a gear lever on a dirt bike again. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't intend on doing anything stupid from here. I really, the doctors have sort of said, look, Ross, you can't really afford to have another big accident. Your body is just not going to handle it. And that's not fallen on deaf ears either. So I will abide by that, but it would still be nice to be able to jump on a bike and go through the gears and things like that. And not only that, it would just be nice to be able to use that left foot for balancing purposes, and just general everyday life more than anything, to be honest. And like I say, I'm now I'm up on my feet because I feel so much stronger. I'm actually up on my feet so many more hours a day now. You probably don't realise how much you're sitting down anyway, or lying down on the couch in my case. But you are, if I said 4 or 5 hours, I'm up and out and about and doing stuff, which is so much more than what I used to be doing. So that's been good. And yeah, but it's still, for me, it's still all about muscle strength build up. It is somewhat laborious, but that's the reality. It's going to take a long time, and it's just time. And I'm hoping, the glute muscles and all this, it's just going to come back in its own time. I don't really think there's a lot I can do, bar just exercising, stretching, and just don't destroy it. It's going to be what it will be. It's going to take time. But as you can see, look, I'm feeling well, and I'm feeling optimistic. I'm just sort of having to accept that it's going to take as long as it takes. And yeah, there's not going to be any miraculous, 3 weeks time, I'm all good. It's just going to be a slow grind. And in all fairness, it's probably going to be years. So I'm still aiming to, I'm hoping to get back to work in some capacity in 6 months' time. But we will, obviously it's going to be up to the company doctor and all that sort of stuff, and mobility and all that sort of stuff. But I'm hoping that I can sit down long enough and be mobile enough, because I don't need 2 crutches anymore. Even when I'm moving up around the shed and all that, and walking on the walks, like the gravel and whatnot, I really just operate with 1 crutch on my left side. That's so I can hold stuff in my right hand, because crutches are hopeless. You can't carry anything if you've got to use 2. So I'm using 2, just the 1 crutch on the left when I'm moving around. But look, I'm going to put it on record. I'd like to say a massive thank you to everybody at Royal Perth Hospital for that last operation they did probably about 5 months ago, because the difference in how I'm feeling now, 5 months ago, I realised there was probably 9 months when I was at home, and I felt like I was getting better, but I had that broken rod and had that, my life, as one surgeon suggested, sitting around the round table, not my one, not the one that knew the best who actually did the op, but it was thrown around saying, why don't you leave it? And it's like I'm learning now, how good I am now. Had they taken that advice and written me off, it's like my life would have probably consisted of getting out of bed in the wheelchair, going to the couch, lying down for 8 hours or 12 hours, being able to move around, make a cup of coffee, stand up at the bench for 5-10 minutes, and go back to bed. That probably would have been my life had they left it alone. So, look, Mr. Altaf, thank you very much. This has been gold, and when this goes on there, it's there forever. So it'll be on the record. Because they have been golden, and thank you for having that faith in yourselves even that, yes, we want to go back in, we want to do this, that, and the bone grass, because it has been out of sight how much that has helped. I've gone further in the last 5 months, and I probably wasted 6 months previously. That was never going to get better, just because of the broken rod and all the rest of it. So whereas now I actually feel like I've got a future, and the fact, the realization that back then I wouldn't. So yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, so hopefully I'll sign off now before I bore everyone to death. But that's basically where I'm at now, which has been really good. I know it's been a while, but hopefully you've seen a bit more how I am, and hopefully you can see the difference of me walking around too. But yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, enjoy your day.